Today I'm going to be breaking down the top 3 easiest strategies you can use here at Townhall 9 to 3-star any base. So first up is arguably one of the easiest strategies down here at these lower town halls, and that is of course going to be witches. Now as you progress through you might start to see Zap Witches variations, but for us down here at Townhall 9 we don't need to use those lightning spells because there isn't anything particularly deadly like those Inferno Towers at Townhall 10 and above. We are just going to come in with some really simple golems and witches. When it comes to equipment on the king and queen, definitely going to want to bring those earthquake boots on the king. The rest of the equipment basically completely up to you. We've got basic equipment on for the rest of them, and what you're going to want to do is look to come in from the opposite town hall side. So of course our town hall is pretty much over here towards this top right hand side of the base, so we are going to come in from the opposite side. Now we don't have a siege machine, so we do have to consider ways of opening those walls. Wall breakers, of course, always a very viable option, and of course we're also going to bring a jump spell. That king's ability going to come in helpful as well if we can get him into the core of the base. Now the setup for this strategy, very simple, and we can go ahead and execute it right here. First of all, a golem followed by some wall breakers. That's going to open up that compartment right there, and as soon as that is open we can then get started on the rest of our attack, dropping down our remaining golems. So all 3 are in there. Those of course are going to be used to tank. Now it does take 2 wall breakers, I believe, potentially 3 to open up a Town Hall 9 wall section, so bear that in mind. But those golems are of course going to be going out in front. They are going to be used to tank. The king and the queen are going exactly where we want them to. We want them to go into the core of the base. Now don't be worried if you start to see some skeletons and even some witches going around the outside of the base, because actually that's going to benefit you. They are going to be creating that funnel, pushing around the outside and smashing through everything, and boom, look at that king's ability. That's exactly what we're looking for. He is in the core of the base next to that Barracks clan castle, reminding you guys to subscribe if you haven't already. And his ability is going to go off right there, opening up every single wall compartment here beautifully for us, and any particularly difficult compartments to get through on the back end, you guys can just use the jump spell. Queen ability still in hand as well. We're actually going to have hog riders coming out of that clan castle, though for me, on personal preference, I do actually like to bring some bowlers in my clan castle and push them in with the main core of the attack. You can also actually bring in the warden apprentice. That's a really viable option as well, basically giving you the Grand Warden down here at Town Hall 9 with that life aura. But you guys can see it's just too easy. You're spamming everything in, you're using that king ability in the core of the base, jump spell to give you access into the final few compartments, and you're going to be bagging yourself a lot of 3 stars. And when it comes to base identification, this honestly works on pretty much every Town Hall 9 base I have come across, and it's very simple to execute. And as always, the links to all of the 3 strategies we're going to be taking a look at today are down in the description below if you want to pick them up. Next up, we are going to be coming in with a personal favourite of mine, and that is GoHo, a kill squad with a golem out in front and those hog riders to swing through and crush the base on the back end. Now actually, in this particular example, the attacker Jeffrey we have that's coming in does it slightly different to me. I come in with a heavy kill squad to take down the clan castle, but in this particular example what we're actually going to be doing is more of an old school strategy, and that is to actually lure out the clan castle, which in this particular case is going to be a lava hound, and then we're going to pull it over to one of the corners. Now typically a lava hound is not a clan castle troop you're going to come across that much here at Town Hall 9 unless you are in some sort of competition. Typically we are going to see more things like e-dragons, dragons, even witches in the clan castle, which can be a little more tricky to take down. But when it comes to taking down a lava hound, it's very simple. All you have to do, lure it over to a corner, chuck down your queen, and then drop down that poison spell to help yourself get through the lava pups. There's the poison. That's going to get us through it perfectly, and then we can get on with the rest of the attack. So of course, for this portion, we're going to be bringing in the golem. That's going to be used to tank the defenses and any enemy heroes. Our king and queen are then both going to be coming in as well. King and queen, both with the basic equipment on them. Again, completely personal preference, but you're going to want to bring any epic equipment you may have for your heroes. Baby dragon just going to be used to funnel a little bit over here, and then we can continue pushing on through. And as soon as we have taken down the enemy queen, which is going to be the primary objective here for our kill squad, you can start thinking about getting the rest of your hog riders in. Now, you're not going to want to spam these all in together. You're going to want to sprinkle, you guys can see them onto multiple different defenses so they funnel their way around the base. The skeleton spell is going to be used to actually tank for the enemy king, and then of course when it comes to your heal spells, you're going to want to use them mainly when your troops are getting into those splash damage defenses, so the wizard towers and those bomb towers. Continuing to push on through, you guys will see we still have 2 free spells. We've got the heal spell in there as well, and this one is absolutely crushed. Those hog riders getting healed up on the back end here, and this is no problem at all. We're going to have hog riders coming out of our clan castle as well. Those are just going to help to add a little bit more firepower and maybe a little bit more bacon on the back end as well, but this one is going to be a 3-star with a swag queen ability and loads of troops left up on the back end of this one. So let me know down in the comments which one of these 3 strategies you guys are going to be seeing today you want to try out. We have one more left, which is again a personal favorite strategy of mine. I feel like I say that in every one, but Townhall 9 is definitely one of my favorite town halls. But yeah, let me know which one of the 3 we look at today is your favorite and which one you are going to try out. But there's that 3-star coming in. We'll jump out and take a look at the 3rd strategy. So of course it wouldn't be an easy video without dragons. Dragons are just one of those strategies at every single town hall that are super effective, and it's the exact same in this one. And in this particular example, we're going to be bringing in that giant arrow. Now unfortunately we have not maxed out the giant arrow for town hall 12, which means we're not going to quite do enough damage to take down those air defenses with the giant arrow on its own. So you guys will see we're going to end up actually using a couple of zap spells here just to help us clear them. So it shows even if you don't have that giant arrow maxed out, it's not a problem at all. You can still be very effective with it. It's going to get popped off right there. You guys can see not quite doing enough damage, but it will be doing enough that we can then use a couple of lightning spells to help finish them off. Now what I would say is, if you can take down air sweepers with the giant arrow, it's definitely going to benefit you. 1 and 2 lightning spells right there. And then we're going to use those remaining lightning spells up at that top section to take down the remaining sweeper, the enemy queen, an archer tower, and an air defense. So getting a huge amount of value there from all of our lightning spells, and honestly this strategy is absolutely insane. Typically if you can take down those 2 air defenses with the giant arrow ability at the start, it means you're going to have 2 more spells than we did in this example, and I would honestly bring more rage spells. Use those rage spells, push through the base, and you guys will see just how strong this strategy can be. When it comes to using your king, he is just going to be used to create that funnel. Again, you can use the earthquake boots on him to potentially open up some of those outer compartments just to help speed along proceedings when it comes to the funneling. But this one absolutely crushed. I really cannot say anything more than you will crush bases with this strategy. Pick it up. The link is down in the description. Like I said, it's super simple. All you have to do, line up a couple of air defenses with your giant arrow on the queen, which honestly, because it's a basic equipment, you're going to unlock it really easily. You don't even need to buy it from using gems or unlock it in the events, anything like that. You can unlock it, level it up, and you guys are going to be crushing bases in no time. So thank you so much for watching. That was the final and 3rd strategy. Hopefully you guys did enjoy this video, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.